G'day everyone, joined by David at the Flemington headquarters where we're going to take a look at a massive weekend for us. Let's kick off at the Valley on Friday night with return to Friday night racing in the opening event over 1200 metres for 3-year-olds. Mira Keb for Mark Zara, Gate 1.
He was a bit disappointing first up, but we've applied the blinkers and his track work's really lifted and he's improved a lot in the coat. So I'm expecting a much improved run.
On to race 2, a couple of runners over the 1200. The first is Rudiger for Joe Moreira.
Yeah, great to have Joe on. The horse is dropping back in class and I'm expecting a competitive race.
And we also have Miles of Krishan for Regan Bayliss.
Yeah, she's from an awkward gate. We'll let her relax early, but look for her running on. Her track work suggests when she gets to 1400 and a mile, we'll be winning races with this mare.
Race 3 is the Group 3 Scarborough Stakes for 3-year-old fillies. We've got 2 runners, Wanted Diva, Joe Moreira.
The winner at the track and distance, trialling very well. Quality filly in a hot race.
And River Jewel for Damien Lane.
Yeah, she's drawn barrier 8 and her trial was very good and she's going to be a filly that just keeps improving through the spring. So look for her to be competitive and then watch out for her at Flemington.
Race 4 on the card is the 955 metre where we've got Madinardi for Mark Zara.
Yeah, if this filly raced at 955 her whole life, I think she'd be undefeated. She's got blistering speed and just gets found wanting late. She's raced consistently for a long time without winning. Just love her to bounce back here. I think she'll love the Valley.
Race 5 is the Group 3 JRA Cup over the 2040. Couple of runners, Boom Time, Mark Zara, Gate 1.
Yeah, Boom Time had a foot last week. Coming back off a setback, badly needs the run. I'm sure he'll improve out of this and be competitive in the not too distant future.
And we also have Foundation for Regan Bayliss.
Yeah, very unlucky last start. Got blocked at the Valley and it's a horse that's got high quality form in England and he looks like we've got him back in form. So I really like his chances.
Race 6 is the Group 2 Stock Stakes over the mile. 3 runners, the consistent Hell or High Water for Dean Yendall.
Yeah, she's got a picket fence, back against the mares. Her form's outstanding through Harlem. So, you know, it's hard to go past her.
Risque for Regan Bayliss.
Yeah, she's been racing poorly, but we can't work out why. But she's got a good barrier. We're back with the winkers on her. At her best, she could really shake the life out of this.
And second up, Happy Hannah for Karen McAvoy, Gate 2.
Yeah, she's a filly that we're setting for the Matron Stakes. Look for her running on.
Race 7 is the Moya Stakes, represented by 3 runners. The first of those is Darren for Mark Zara.
Yeah, he'll be the swooper in the race. There's predicted high speed. Loves to sit back and will be really running home strong.
Fat Nah for Regan Bayliss, Gate 1.
Yeah, trialling as good as anything at Flemington. He's a horse that was good enough to nearly win the Oakley Plate. So I think he'd be competitive at the big odds.
And Shidell from Gate 6 for Joe Moreira.
Very happy with her. She's got a few reasons to say she can improve her record at the Valley. Blinker's first time, covering by Written Tycoon and ridden by Moreira. So we're hoping we can see her at her best.
On to Saturday, the Group 1 Epsom in Sydney over the mile. We accepted with 2, but Who's Our Rock is going to head to the Underwood on Sunday, so we're left with Snitson for Corey Parrish.
He's got a featherweight. His run had a mile written all over it, and on his best form, he ran a luckless 3rd in the Australian Guineas, and I think now he's getting to a mile, and even 2,000, it won't be long till he's in the money at big odds.
Moving over to Sunday at Caulfield. First up in the opening race over 1,400 metres, we've got 2 runners. Portion Control, Ethan Brown claiming 3.
Yes, probably not his preferred distance, but this race will set him up for a couple of good races through the Caulfield and Flemington Carnival. So there's some great restricted races.
And Dusty Jack from Gate 20.
Yeah, we're going to wait. He's drawn bad barriers all spring, and we've still got a lot of racing ahead of us, so we're going to wait.
Race 2 over the 1,100 metres, Sullivan Bay, again Ethan Brown.
Yes, this filly's had I think, 15 or 16 runs this prep. She always races well. We were a bit critical of ourselves for not letting her run last start, but we'll certainly be letting her run this week.
Race 4 over the 1700 metres. We've got 3 runners. Third up from a break. Cool Chat for Damien Lane.
Yes, awkward gate, but it might force us to ride the patient race, which this horse needs. We're just going to produce him late. Very good track worker, and I'm sure there's wins very soon with this fellow.
We've opted not to go to Adelaide with Petrology on the Saturday and run him here in the 1700 for Corey Parrish.
I know he's drawn wide, but I like this gate. I think there's enough pressure in this race. He's always running on and running well in these style of races. And
also drawn wide, Jack and Obey for Karen McAvoy.
Yeah, he'll roll forward. The more it rains, the better chances he'll be. But the 10-year-old's racing in good form.
Race 5 is the 1,000 Guineas Prelude. Catchy for Regan Bayliss.
Yeah, starting to get close to a peak. She's dropped a coat. Looks magnificent. And her gallop this week was very good.
The Guineas Prelude over the 1400. We've got Murahib, Blake Shin.
We have to forget he went around at Flemington. We rode him far too close. So the wide gate won't worry me. We'll just let him drop out, gather himself and save him for one late run. Might be really over the odds.
Race 7, the Underwood Stakes over 1800 metres. 2 runners. He's our Rocky, Regan Bayliss.
Yeah, we elected to go this way. I just thought from barrier 2 he'll get the cushy run right behind the pace. Goes very well at Caulfield. His first up run was excellent. Just forget he went around. Leading didn't suit him the other day. And he's on trial for the Caulfield Cup.
And Samover for Damien Lane.
Yeah, her run was outstanding. And we just thought she deserves a chance at Group 1. She's been sent here from Perth to run in the good races. And we think she'll be competitive.
Race 8, the Group 1 Sir Rupert Clarke Stakes. 3 runners again. Grand Rosso, Corey Brown.
Yes, this race shapes up well for him. We've saved him for resisted running at weight for age. And I think with the predicted fast tempo, he should get a lovely run.
Sovereign Nation, Regan Bayliss.
He hasn't run for 6 or 7 weeks, but he hadn't run for 6 or 7 weeks before his brilliant last win. And that rating suggests he can take on the Group 1s. So we've done a bit of copycat training and we've just produced him exactly the same. His gallops have been very good.
And we also have Canny Essent for Bo Mertens.
Yeah, we rode him too close in a high pressure race the other day and he got run off his legs. We've had a subtle gear change with the winkers and we're just going to ride him nice and patient and produce him off the hot speed. He's got a great turn of foot and I think he deserves his chance at Group 1 if you forgive that last run in Sydney, which is easy to do.
And race 9 we accepted with 3 runners over the 1100 metres, but we've mentioned Fat Nars going around in the Moir, so we're left with Shaft for Damien Lane.
Yeah, he's trialled well. Last start Caulfield winner. First up, on trial to go to Dubai.
And we also have Lord Von Costa, first run for the stable for Regan Bayliss.
Bit of a tricky gate, but he gets in the field off the emergency and we're learning with him, but the track work I've seen of him suggests he's a pretty good horse.
Now we can tell by your cap, Dave, who you're going for in the grand final, but how are we going to back a winner on the weekend?
Yeah, I think the Crows by 2 goals. Norm Smith, Cochin, after the lucky escape. And I think Catchy to stay with her. She's a high-class filly. And there's a lot of good each-way chances, foundation at big odds through the weekend.
Thanks, David.